Welcome to This Explainer. You reach into your pocket and your heart just drops. Your wallet is gone, and with it, your driver's license. If you're currently in this exact panic mode here in Connecticut, take a deep breath. Today, we're focusing on solving this major headache and getting your ID replaced quickly and efficiently. Let's get you back on the road. Losing your physical ID triggers instant panic, right? And for very good reason. It's not just a piece of plastic. Without it, you are suddenly blocked from driving legally, boarding a plane for work or a vacation, or even just pulling cash out at your local bank. It's a massive, unexpected roadblock to your independence. To show you just how urgent this feels, check out this real post from a stressed-out Middletown resident on the Connecticut subreddit. They wrote, "My wife lost her wallet and we need to make a withdrawal. We need this done today." That perfectly captures the high-stakes reality of a lost ID. But hey, you don't have to panic. There's actually a very clear roadmap to navigate this whole crisis. Here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the lost license nightmare, what to know before you start clicking, a step-by-step guide, roadblocks and workarounds, what happens next, and finally some essential tips and resources.
All right, Section 1, before you start clicking.
Okay, before you rush over to the DMV website to solve this, let's make sure you actually qualify to use the online portal. Online replacement is strictly reserved for a specific group to keep the state's database secure. Basically, you've got to be a U.S. citizen holding a standard Class D license. The lost credential has to be valid and unexpired, and you must be requesting an exact duplicate. Oh, and if you've had any recent name changes, unfortunately, you can't use the online system.
Moving on to Section 2, your step-by-step guide.
So if you checked all those eligibility boxes in your head, congratulations. You get to skip the DMV lines entirely and handle this transaction right from your couch. The digital process is just 4 simple steps. First, head over to the secure portal at dmv.service.ct.gov. Second, authenticate yourself by logging into your existing ct.gov account, or you can just proceed using the guest transaction option. Third, verify your personal details, things like your social security number and date of birth, very carefully. And finally, hit submit. Now, there is a fee for this, of course. It's a flat $30. But the beauty of doing it online is you can easily pay that right there with a credit or debit card through the secure portal. It saves you a ton of hassle. Next up, Section 3, roadblocks and workarounds. What if you don't qualify for the online route? Say you have a restricted credential or you're not a U.S. citizen. Well, you still have alternative options. If you just want a remote transaction but can't use the web portal, you can securely email or mail Form B-350. That takes about 20 days. But if you have a drive-only license, which is a restricted credential for undocumented residents, you absolutely have to visit a main DMV branch in person using Form 1B. Keep in mind, express offices cannot process drive-only licenses. And here is a massive procedural roadblock to watch out for. Have you moved recently? Connecticut law says you have to update your address online within 48 hours. But here's the catch. You have to wait at least 1 full week after updating that address before requesting a duplicate ID online. If you don't wait that week, your new physical card is going to show up printed with the wrong address. That brings us to Section 4, what happens next? So you hit submit online, or maybe you're walking out of the DMV office. What can you actually expect? Well, to prevent identity fraud, Connecticut uses a highly secure central issuance system. That means they do not print permanent cards at the local offices anymore. If you go in person, you'll get a temporary paper card on day 1 so you can keep driving. Your secure, permanent plastic ID will arrive safely in your mailbox within 20 to 30 days. Now, if your specific situation forces you to go in person, maybe you lost all your documents, keep this golden rule in mind. Resources like 211 Connecticut remind us that you must bring valid, original documents to prove your identity, social security number, and legal presence. Don't bring photocopies, not even notarized ones, because they will be instantly rejected at the counter. Moving into Section 5, solutions to common problems. Even with the best preparation, you might hit a few unexpected bureaucratic bumps, especially if you fall outside the standard renewal process. For example, if you're a non-citizen handling this in person, your documents have to be run through the federal SAVE database. Be prepared for a potential pause. This security check can delay your transaction for 10 or more business days before you get approval. Or what if you're a brand new resident who lost an out-of-state license right before you tried to transfer it to Connecticut? Since you can't physically hand over the old card, you have to get a certified driving history record from your previous state. And it has to be dated within the last 60 days for you to bypass the standard testing requirements. Finally, Section 6, Final Tips and Resources. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a few essential details and caveats to save you a wasted trip. If you opt for an in-person express location like AAA or Nutmeg State Financial Credit Union, they can charge up to an $8 convenience fee. Also, walk-in appointments are totally prohibited at the Cheshire, Putnam, and Stanford branches. Oh, and no branches accept walk-ins on Saturdays. Lastly, express locations cannot replace commercial driver's licenses. Speaking of commercial driver's licenses, since today's source material indicates it is August 21st, 2026, please be aware of a critical service update. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 22nd, there will be absolutely no CDL or commercial learner's permit services available due to scheduled federal maintenance. And as always, a quick professional disclaimer. Bureaucratic policies, specific fees, and wait times can and do shift unexpectedly. Before you mail a check or drive to a branch, absolutely verify the most up-to-date details, forms, and operating hours directly on the official ct.gov website. So, all this talk about a streamlined, centralized, online process really gets you thinking about the future, doesn't it? As states keep modernizing and digitizing identity management, letting us verify data with just a few clicks, how long until the physical plastic ID card completely disappears into our smartphone wallets? It's a fascinating thought to chew on while you wait for your new card to show up in the mail. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.